So it's been a while since I posted, but I wanted to come back and share something new I've been working on. As you know, this is my ZX3 rally build, and recently I took it out for a first real dirt driving experience. Before heading out, I made a few small updates to the car to make it feel a little better behind the wheel. So the first upgrade I actually did was I added one new shifter. I swapped the ST shifter and matched it to the ST bezel that I put on the back. The shifter actually sits a bit higher, which makes it easier and quicker to grab gears. While driving, I really like the height of it, so I decided to keep it in the car. The only thing I do have to remind myself, however, is to not pay attention to the shift pattern anymore, because technically it's only a 5-speed, not a 6-speed. So before heading out, I gave the car a quick wash. I knew it probably wasn't going to stay clean very long, but it felt like the right way to start the day. So practice day was all about getting comfortable driving on the dirt, learning how to turn with my front wheel drive because I am I'm deciding to race in the stock front wheel drive class. So I'm learning the first time on the dirt with the CX3. I spent some time doing circles, both right and left. And then we did some figure eights just to understand how the car reacts when traction disappears. As I'm going around in these circles, I have my left foot on the brake and my right foot on the gas. I am very familiar with left foot braking just from my simulator practicing and just racing in general. That's what I've learned. So learning how to toggle the brake and the gas as I'm driving in a circle, even though it looks very, very simple, it actually is very interesting, especially me owning 3 or 4 rear-wheel drive cars. Before, this was very different. So now we're doing the figure eights, and the dirt driving is very different from the pavement, I must say. I didn't have my traction control off at first, so it was a little bit different at first, a little difficult at first, I should say. But instead of fighting the slide, you actually had to learn to work with it. Of course, like I said, my traction control wasn't on, but my car still was able to slide a bit because I was on street tires. And every lap, I started to get a little bit more comfortable with the car. So the figure eights and the circles were part of the rally school that I did, and this is the first time that I actually did the practice route. This was the practice route that they have on race weekends that they do on Saturdays, and then typically the race days are on Sundays. The practice route is very different from the race day route, just to let you know. So me thinking that this was going to be the route, the next day, I was like, oh yeah, I got this. So I wasn't a big surprise for the next day. But anyways, I did this run, I don't know how many times. We started practicing, I think around 12, and then I stopped around 5, so maybe about 5 or 6 hours of me doing this route. But it was super fun. I got faster every time, and I did pretty well for that, so I was very happy with that. And then here's some interior footage of the actual race day. By race day, it was time to see how everything kind of came together on the course. Like I said, it's very different than the practice day. My main focus was staying smooth and steering and throttle and just committing to the line. There was also a huge ditch that my car didn't like, and it was on the far right. So on the first straight line, I had to pull way over to the left. So that was exciting. So every run teaches you something new, technically. I did get really nervous at first, and I wasn't going as fast the first time because just trying to learn the route, but I did get quicker and quicker. This was one of my faster runs, and I did pretty well where I got 5th out of 6 drivers. just in the front wheel drive, having just regular street tires, and later finding out that my engine needed a motor mount because it was really loud and shaking, and had a minor oil leak at the end, but that was just a seal gasket. So just like a lot of things, working with a $800 car and doing pretty well on it, surviving, and also too driving and not trailering it, I think that's pretty good. But this was my first dirt rally driving experience with this car, and it definitely won't be my last. If you like this video, go ahead and click that like button. And if you would like to see more videos about my Rallycross journey, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Other than that, hope to see you again. See you on the next one. Bye.